Good morning, guys. My name is Emmanuel Weaver, student of the Stars University at 205, Session 2, and I'll be elaborating on two topics. First are the CSS and the combinators. Okay, so we start with the combinator is something that explains the relationship between the sectors. They combine other sectors in a way that gives them useful relationship to each other and the location of containing the document. So there are several ways to combine sectors in CSS, including group sectors, descendant sectors, R sector, and adjacent sibling sectors. So I'll be explaining on these few. I won't go take up all the time, but I'll explain on a few of them. So for the grouping sectors, they say you can group multiple sectors by separating them with commands. This will apply the same styles to all the elements that match any of the sectors. For example, this will apply the same font size width to all the H1, H2, and H3 headings on the page. So for the H1, H2, H3, we give the bracket open, font size 24px, font width bold. Then we go to the descendant sector, matches all elements that are descendants of a specific element. This is done by separating the sectors with a space. For example, we do DRP, space P, the bracket open, column blue, and closes. This will apply the blue color to all the P elements that are descendants of a DVR. So the chart selector selects all the elements that are the children of a specific element. So you can also use a symbol to target elements that are direct children of other elements. The DVR P open background color with the blue. This example selects all P elements that are children of the DVR elements. So adjacent sibling sectors, the adjacent sibling sector is used to select an element that is directly after another specific element. Sibling element must have the same parent element and adjacent means immediately following. You can also use the plus symbol to target elements that comes immediately after another element. So the DVRP, the background should be blue. This is an example. Select the first P element and place the immediately after the DVR elements. So adjacent siblings. So I'm not going to talk about all of this because that will take up a long time, but I'm going to just elaborate on them and I will show pictures of everything that I'm doing. So the adjacent sibling selector, select is used for an element that directly after another specific element. Sibling elements must have the same parent element and adjacent means immediately. They use the plus symbol targeting elements that comes immediately after another element UVR. So we go to the general sibling selector. The general sibling selector selects all elements that are next siblings of a specific element. You can use the symbol to target elements that come after another element regardless of their position. So this is for the CSS, and we go into the next topic. So my next topic is the boss model. So when somebody asks, what's the boss model? The boss model, according to the boss model concept, every element on the page is a rectangular box and may have width, height, padding, borders, and margins. Every element on every page conforms the box model, so it's incredibly important. The core for the box model is defined by the width and height of an element, which may be the determinant by the display property, by the contents of the element, or by specific weight and height properties. Padding and border expand the dimensions of the box outward from the element's width and height. Lastly, any margin we have specified will follow the body. So box model, we can agree that each part of the box model correspond to the CSS property with height, padding, border, and margin. Let's look at these property inside the box model, and I will give you a picture to it. So we come to the margin. The margin property allows the amount of space that surrounds an element margin for an element fall outside of any border and completely transparent in color. Margins can be used to help position elements in particular part on a page or to provide breathing rooms. Keep all other elements a safe distance away. So I'm definitely going to give you pictures to all of this that I'm going to do. So thank you for your time and be patient to watch my exercise I'm going to present. Thank you guys. I'm Emmanuel Kenny Weaver again, ID number 10354, R205, section 2.